Hello. Your daughter just duped me with a bogus wedding fraud. She stole a lot of my money, and I'd like to get it back as soon as possible. We can settle this entire case without going to court for $100,000. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Hello. I apologize, but may I ask who I'm speaking to right now? I believe you have the wrong number.
Isn't this King's phone number? My name is Tom, and I was just taken advantage of by your daughter, Hebe. I apologize for contacting you so abruptly, but this is a very important situation that needs to be addressed as soon as possible.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand all you're saying to me right now. I'm just a little confused because this is the first time I've heard of anything like this. So you're claiming that my tiny Hebe caused you all of this trouble?
Isn't that what I just said in my last message? With her little trick, she actually stole $300,000 from me. I'm thinking about going to the police station and filing a report. Is that what you want to happen? Do you want her detained?
Please wait a minute. Tom, are you really claiming that you had serious plans to marry my little Hebe before? But then she lied to you and stole $300,000 from you?
That is exactly what I am attempting to convey to you. I was so excited about our wedding until Hebe announced that she no longer wanted to marry me. And then she stole $300,000 from me and ran away.
Is that what my little angel did? I'm not sure what I'm reading right now. To think my own lovely innocent little cutie could do something like that.
I'm sure it's a lot to take in right now. I can't imagine any parent ever wanting to believe that their child committed such a heinous crime. But, ma'am, I'm afraid I have to tell you the truth right now. Your girl duped me by sending me a phony marriage proposal.
Did my darling, innocent little angel really do that? Do you have any proof that you and my Hebe ever had a relationship, Tom?
Of course, I have evidence. But, as you know, Hebe dislikes being photographed, so I don't have anything like that. I can, however, show you the messages in which we discussed our wedding arrangements.
I see. That's how it is. Could you please send me some of those screenshots if that's the case?
Unfortunately, those texts are saved on another phone that I don't have right now. As a result, I'm unable to show you them right now.
So there's no reason for me to believe you. When will you be able to provide me with proof?
Don't worry, I'll email them to you as soon as I can. By the way, I know you don't want to face the truth right now, but the fact is that your daughter is a criminal. Do you understand? And, unfortunately, I am the victim of that crime. As a result, I humbly request that you accept the situation as it is and cease doubting me.
Is that what I'm supposed to do? By the way, I'm wondering how you got my phone number in the first place.
Of course, your daughter gave it to me while we were dating.
But you say it's difficult for you to talk to Hebe right now? And why would she give you my phone number to begin with?
While we were dating, I asked her for it. Is it really important how I obtained your contact information? If you don't quit playing these little games, I'm going to call the cops.
Is that correct? So you're dead serious when you allege Hebe duped you and took your money in a wedding scam?
Yes, of course, I'm serious right now. Do you believe I could make a joke about something so serious?
I see. In that case, please allow me some time before responding. I just need some time to think things through.
How many times do I need to explain everything to you? Your daughter took my money through a little marriage fraud. Not only am I out all that money now, but I'm also left with a broken heart.
I get what you're saying.
Oh, and don't tell your husband about any of this, okay? If you do, I'll find out and report you to the police.
Huh? Wait. Why shouldn't my husband be aware of all of this? Actually, I was thinking of talking about it with him.
I just don't want this narrative to be made into something bigger than it is. Do you get what I'm saying?
I see. So, just hang on for a moment. I need to think about things before I message you again. Kane, I have some crucial news to share with you. Someone just contacted me in order to swindle me.
What? Are you sure?
I'm certain he's lying to gain money from us. After all, he insists that he was the victim of a marriage hoax performed by none other than Hebe.
What are you talking about? Hebe allegedly duped this guy? What about the wedding scam? Hebe?
Exactly. Can you believe our adorable little darling behaved like that?
Come on! Stop pulling my leg now! You know how much I despise these kinds of jokes.
But I'm going to tell you what occurred. It's not a joke. I received a message from a man named Tom earlier today.
That's intriguing because I have a teammate named Tom.
No way. So you know who I'm talking to right now?
And why on earth does that guy have your phone number? There's no reason he should have that kind of knowledge.
So don't bother asking me. He never asked for my phone number or anything like that?
No, he's never done anything like that before. It's all really bizarre. Wait a minute. I once walked into the office and unintentionally left my phone open on my desk while I went to the restroom. And I believe you texted me that you had just returned home when I was in the restroom.
Oh, I see. That has to be it. Are you pals with a Tom?
To be honest, we hardly ever talk. Really, I think he's a strange guy. And I've heard a lot of negative things about him at work.
I'm not kidding. That's insane. What kind of rumors are they?
Just that he frequents a lot of strip joints and casinos and the like. I've heard he's amassed a sizable gambling debt. And I've discovered money disappearing from my wallet on a couple occasions when we've gone out drinking.
Have you ever had money disappear from your wallet? As in, you were just having a couple too many beers with this guy when you were out?
No, that's not the case. I'm saying that I would go into a restaurant thinking I knew how much money I had in my wallet and would always leave with a lot less than I had predicted.
I completely get what you're saying, honey. If the Tom person is as horrible as you say and believe, it makes my text with him all the more strange. It's possible that I was speaking to someone with the same name. In any case, the individual I was speaking with earlier was a con artist attempting to defraud me.
Wait a second! You just given me a brilliant idea!
What is it?
Hey, I believe I've given you more than enough time to consider your options. So, are you going to give me the money I requested? If you don't want me to press charges, you'll have to pay me $100,000.
Right, let's take your money. It's only that it's not an amount I can just withdraw from the account without anyone noticing. So perhaps I can just hand it to you in person.
So, yes, I suppose doing it in person may work. So you're going to pay me the whole amount?
Of course, I haven't been able to discuss all of this with Hebe, but as you mentioned, I don't want this thing to grow any bigger than it has to. So I believe it is in everyone's best interests if I simply do as you say. In exchange, I'd like to meet you and talk with you in person if that's okay.
I see. Well, if that's how you want to approach things, I don't see why not. I'll send you a date and location as soon as possible. Are you sure you don't want to be late?
Yes, I fully understand. I only ask that we meet in a well-lit public place. I'm simply a little concerned because I'll be traveling alone to meet you and perform the handoff.
Don't worry about it. What do you think about meeting at a cafe?
Yes, I believe that will enough. I'll wait for your next communication about where and when we may meet.
Hey! What sort of stunt are you attempting to pull on me right now? Why didn't you bring your money to the cafe? That is not what we agreed to. You come back here right now and give me the money.
$100,000 isn't something you can just walk around with in public. And anyway, now that we've met, I'm not sure I want to pay you a single cent of what you're asking for.
What? What are you saying right now? How long are you going to keep playing these dumb little games? You come back here and give me that money, or your daughter will go to prison. Is that what you want to happen?
You're referring to my 3-year-old daughter? I believe you are wrong.
Wait! What are you saying? Is this another of your games?
A game? Not at all. I mean exactly what I said. My daughter is only 3 years old, so I'm not sure how she managed such an impressive marriage fraud.
Are you nuts or what? I went out with your daughter, Hebe. You'd best quit fooling me right now because I'm not going to fall for it.
That Hebe person you keep mentioning. That young lady is not my daughter. She is the household pet.
What is it? What exactly are you saying right now?
Do you believe you might have overheard my husband conversing with one of your coworkers? And you mistook Hebe for his daughter, when she's actually the Labrador Retriever we keep at home. I'll grant you that she is the prettiest creature on the planet.
No. You're lying to me, aren't you? But your husband stated she was a lovely young lady. And everyone in the office agreed with him.
She is a stunning young lady. We do keep her fur well trimmed, and she has some very lovely traits for a dog. However, I think a pretty woman is always complimented, huh?
What?
Oh, don't tell me you're planning to marry our dog. And, to be honest, I've never met you while we've gone on walks together. But to think that my adorable little Hebe would marry a human. I just believe that kind of behavior wasn't allowed. And then to think that the little brat stole $300,000 of your money, I think it's a little much even for her.
No. There's been an error, and this isn't accurate. I'm telling you I dated your real daughter.
You're referring to my 3-year-old kid, right? Because Hebe is at the very least 5 years old. So she's probably the right age in dog years, but...
However, your hubby is quite elderly. Isn't your 3-year-old your youngest daughter?
No. My husband and I married despite our age differences. You've heard the expression, robbing the cradle. Although not nearly as horrible as you, if you insist on marrying our daughter. You didn't think I looked a little young when we first met?
Well, now that you bring it up. When you introduced yourself, I was taken aback by how young you were.
That's at least reassuring.
So the young lady in the photo your husband is continually staring at is.
That must be that photo of myself from years ago that he adores. Well, I say younger, but I think I'm still youthful in comparison. It's understandable that you made a mistake like that.
Wait. So why did you bother coming to meet me earlier? If you had known your daughter was never engaged to me all along, why have you traveled so far to meet me?
Oh, that? Of course, that was to gather evidence.
To gather what?
You heard me correctly. I had a little camera in one of the pockets of my bag, which I had brought to the cafe. And it was streaming whatever it saw to a computer in our house that my husband was watching. And when I stepped up to take my seat, you reached for my purse. So I activated the camera to see if you would grab anything from my luggage.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead serious. And I finally have proof. We have video of you digging through my purse. And taking the money out of my wallet. Everything is on video, Tom.
You're lying. I know you are. Why would you do this to me? What did I ever do to you to deserve this?
Why did I do it? To catch a crook red-handed, of course. Also, I wanted to be sure that the criminal I was dealing with was indeed working for my husband.
Please wait a moment. Everything has been a tremendous misunderstanding. So you duped me. Even after I told you not to say anything to your husband.
Oh, and speaking of my husband, I believe he is on his way to see you right now. So, before everything blows up, you should try to explain things to your coworkers. I also wanted you to know that I've been screenshotting all of our discussions and will be turning everything over to the cops. So I believe you'll be arrested for attempted blackmail as well.
Just sit tight! Please! This is all wrong! You have completely misunderstood me! None of this is my fault! I was dating an escort who stole all of my money! And now I have nothing! I've had to take out a lot of debts!
An escort girlfriend? That sounds like there's far too much to unpack. But I don't see how any of that has anything to do with you and me. Or are you arguing that just because you were duped by someone, it's okay to dupe other people?
But this girl,
She informed me that she would marry me if I could come up with $300,000 in cash. Despite the fact that she refuses to quit her work and is still sleeping with a slew of other men.
I don't care what's going on in your messed up love life. And you should avoid saying anything more that will make you appear even more pitiful than you already are.
You don't understand. After everything I've done for her, this is how she chooses to treat me. It's inexcusable.
Don't you realize that your girlfriend was only being kind to you because it was her job to be? You seem to have a horrible luck with these misconceptions, aren't you embarrassed? Anyway, good luck dealing with my husband and the rest of the office condemning you for what you've done. You may never recover from something like this, but I suppose that's what an idiot like you deserves. After that, my husband and some of his coworkers arrived at the cafe and were able to quickly give over Tom to the officers. This entire episode propagated around the office until everyone was aware of it. Of course, Tom was dismissed on the spot. Everything that happened to him was his responsibility because he made assumptions. And for the crime of attempting to defraud people of their hard-earned money, he was banished from society as his only proper punishment.